Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Yes, students, am I audible? Okay, so today we'll be starting a new chapter in BST, 12th class, Marketing Management. And it's a very important chapter from a theoretical point of view, as well as from project point of view. Because as you all know that in 12th class in BST, there is a project work of 20 marks. And you have to do that project work from this chapter. So project work 20 marks plus around 14 to 15 mark is the weightage of this chapter, because last two chapters, chapter 11 and 12, are of 15 marks, or around 10 marks question will be coming from this chapter. 30 marks for the last four chapters, 15 marks for chapter number 9 and 10, and 15 marks for chapter number 11 and 12. Okay, so consumer protection at max come for 4-5 markers. So the rest 10 to 11 mark question will be from marketing management. Okay, students. So it's a very practical chapter and very easy chapter. So I'm going to start with this chapter. So in this chapter, what you will be studying is all about this: marketing concept, functions and philosophies, marketing mix, product branding, labeling and packaging, price, concept, factors determining price, physical distribution, and promotion. In promotion, you will be studying advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relations. So here you will be doing all this topic theoretically. And in project work, all these topics, all the knowledge which you will be acquiring from this chapter, you have to practically apply. So there you have to do all these things practically. So this chapter you have to do theoretically as well as practically in project work. As the name implies, name of the chapter is marketing management. So in earlier days, only production was the very important activity, as whatever goods were produced, they were sold to the consumers. And consumers were forced to buy only those products or those goods. Why? Because brands were very few, they were not having choices. So whatever the goods were produced by the producers, they were forced to buy those products. So marketing was not very much important in those days. So all focus of the seller was just to produce goods, not on to market or to sell the goods, because there was no problem of selling, very less competition was there. So the sellers were able or the manufacturers were able to sell whatever they were produced. But after the introduction of LPG in 1991, the focus of the production oriented converted to the market oriented. Now marketing has become the most important factor for the sellers, because they will be producing the goods, but while they will be selling goods, actually then they will be facing the problems. So now the main question in front of them was how to sell the goods. So in this chapter, we will be studying all the things from the need of the customer, because nowadays the producers first go to the market and find the need of the consumer. Then accordingly, the products are manufactured or produced. Surveys are conducted before the production they start. Why they are conducting the surveys? To find out the need, to identify the need of the consumer, so that the products can be produced according to the need of the consumer. And it is estimated that if a product cost is 100 rupees, then out of that 100 rupees, nowadays 1/3 cost belongs to the marketing efforts. It means if the total cost of the product is 100 rupees, and out of those 100 rupees, 33 rupees belongs to the marketing. It means a producer on an average 1/3 of the total cost is spending just to market the products. means just to sell the products. Nowadays you can see that the advertising, sales promotion activities are on large scale, as well as research and development departments are set up by each and every business organization to conduct the surveys, to make the innovations, to do the product improvement. So all these related to marketing. So before going to the main topic of the marketing, here we today we will be discussing the some important terms related to marketing. So what are those terms? First term here is market. Okay, so what do you mean by market? In our general language, what is the meaning of market? For a layman, what is market? So market is a place where consumers and buyers and sellers meet and do the exchange process. So market is a place as per each and everyone for a layman. But in marketing, market or in business world, market has a separate meaning nowadays. Market was a place only in traditional time. But in today's modern time, market is not only a place, it can be, marketing can be without a place. For example, like if we are doing marketing on telephone by using online, we are selling the products or buying the products by using the mail, we are buying and selling. So internet has opened a new mechanism whereby business can be conducted. Now a seller can reach any customer anywhere. There is no foundations of geographical foundations, we can say. Each and every person, each and every seller reach anywhere where he wants to sell his product. So market actually has been originated from the Latin word marketus. It means merchandising where or trade. It means buying or selling. So market in a common language used as a place where buyers and sellers meet. Sometime market is classified according to different things, like according to the nature of the product to be sold. Many times you have been to the cloth market, electricity market, car market, gold market. Like those markets are known by the products sold there. Sometimes the market is also defined on the basis of the volume of trade is to be conducted, like wholesale market, retail market. So wholesale market is a market where the goods are sold in bulk, and retail market is a market where the goods are sold in small quantities. So market can be bifurcated on the nature of the product to be sold, or we can say on the volume of the trade. So in modern marketing concept, I have given you definition of market according to traditional concept. What was the definition according to traditional concept? That market is a place where buyers and sellers meet and exchange goods or goods and services. But in modern concept context, the market has a broader meaning. It does not only means a place, rather it refers to a set of actual and potential buyers of a product or services. So what is market according to modern definition? Market refers to a set of actual and potential buyer. Actual buyer means the persons who are actually buying our products. It means who are our customers in present. And potential buyers means the persons or the consumers who are not presently buying our product, but if we are doing efforts, we are convincing them, we are persuading them, then they can become our buyers in future. So future buyers are known as potential buyers who can purchase our product, and by adding more and more buyers in our buyers line, then we will be able to capture the more market share. Okay, so for example, when a fashion designer designs a new dress and offers it for exchange, all the people who are willing to buy and offer some value for it can be stated to be the market for the dress. Suppose that designer dress cost is 2 lakh rupees. So no, all persons cannot afford to buy a dress of rupees 2 lakh. So the persons who are not able to afford that dress are not the part of the our potential buyers. So we will not try even to convince them. So we will be convincing only those persons who are able to buy our product. It means who are having some purchasing capacity. They will be known as our market. Okay, students. So now in the modern concept, market need not to be a place. So it is a set of potential and actual buyers. Now the second important word or the key term is customer. So who is a customer? The customer is the person who is buying the goods to satisfy his needs or wants. So here you need not to give the definition of Consumer Protection Act, because there the act we were studying, so we had given the definition of act, but here you will be giving only the general definition. So the consumer is the person who, or it can be a person or it can be institution or organization. Any suppose organization are buying the goods, then in that case consumer is that particular organization. So why they are buying the goods? Because they want to satisfy their need or wants. So here two words have come, need, want. So what is need? Need means the basic human requirements. For example, food, shelter, clothes, air, all these we need to survive. So these are the needs. Okay, one marker question it can be. So in need, we always refer only the basic human requirements. Want is something more than need. Like if we are feeling hungry, some people use want and need as a synonyms, but they are not synonyms. Actually, needs give rise to wants. Like if we are hungry, so our need is food. Our need is food. But if we want any South Indian food or any Chinese food, that it will become our want. Then need becomes a want when we are specifically wanting it. So now the demand, actually in a buyer, need must be there, then want must be there, then demand. Demand means the consumer is having something, he wants something, but he must be capable of buying that particular thing. So need means need is the food, and want, we can take the same example. Need is the food and want is more specific, like pizza, burger, etc. And when it will, want will become demand only when we are having money or we are able to pay. So ability to pay. So in marketing, we not only need the consumer, we need the consumers who are able to buy the products. Only that will be considered our target market. Okay, students. So the next is the, all these are the one marker question only. Meaning of market, meaning of consumer, meaning of want, need, demand. So next is the marketing. So in earlier age, when seller orientation was there, producer orientation was there, at that time the marketing was referred by all the activities which a marketer has to perform. In this respect, marketing has been referred to as performance of business activities. Performance of business activities that direct the flow of goods and services from producers to consumers. It means in earlier times, marketing referred to all those activities which were necessary to make the goods available from the place of producer to the place of consumers. But nowadays, marketing is a social process because many people are involved in this process. That's why it is known as a social process. Marketing is a process whereby people exchange goods and services for money or for something of value to them. And all the activities which are really helpful in this exchange process will be the part of the marketing. People interact with each other in order to persuade them to act in a particular way. Persuade them means to convince them, and how the sellers are convincing the consumers? By giving the discounts, offers, different benefits, as well as by making advertisements, by appointing brand ambassadors. So in these manners the consumers are persuaded. Why we are persuading them? So that they purchase our product or services. Okay. And the best definition, suppose in exam one marker definition has come, define marketing. In that case, you will be always giving the definition given by Philip Kotler. He has written many books on this topic, marketing. So he is a great renowned author of management. So definition given by him: marketing is a social process by which individuals, group obtain what they need and want. This definition itself will be giving you the features of marketing. That's why I'm telling you that you have to read this definition. So marketing is a social process by which, social process, this is the first feature, by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating offerings and freely exchange products and services of value with others. So this is the definition of market. Now I will be explaining it with the help of different headings. So first heading or feature of market. Next is feature of market, or we can say the pillars of the marketing concept. So write down the features of market. First feature of market is need and want. First feature of market, need and want, or we can write the first feature, marketing is a social process. Right, marketing is a social process. Why it is social process? Because marketing cannot be done in isolation. For buying the products, for selling the products, and to make this exchange possible, we need different people: retailer, wholesaler, manufacturer, customer, and all the other people who are involved in the different type of activities like making of label, promotion, transportation. Many persons are involved to make the goods available from the place of manufacturer to the place of consumer. So that's why it is known as a social process. Second feature of marketing, need and want. The focus of marketing is on identifying and satisfying the needs. Yes, whenever a manufacturer is going to produce a new product or wants to make any improvements in the existing product, then his main focus is always on need and want. He will always try to find out the need and wants of the individuals and groups, and according to those needs he will be trying to manufacture the products. For example, the need for food may create a want for chapati, rice, pizza, or dosa, depending upon the culture of the person. Like if a person is a South Indian person, then if he is feeling hungry, then he must be desiring the dosa or idli. That is his culture. So the job of marketer is to first identify this need and want, and uh, try to satisfy this need and want by making the products. So second point is creating a market offering. Creating a market offering means creation of the products according to the need and want. So many times this question is come in exam: define market offering. So what is the market offering? Market offering refers to a complete offer for a product or service, having given features like size, quality, taste, etc. Complete offer for a product or service means कि whenever a seller is producing any product, then he will be offering it to the market with the complete features, complete information, like the product will be available in which sizes, what will be the quality of the product, what will be the taste of the product, at what price the different sizes will be available, and where the product will be available, what will be the location or the outlet where your products will be available. All these things are to be told to the consumer in advance so that they can go to the market and buy your product. For example, a company may offer 15 varieties of a cell phone. So whenever a company is going to launch a new mobile phone, then it has to give all its features, its colors, its different memories and other things, which type of softwares are used in telephone, and all the other features, even the price range. From the beginning model, what will be the price range, and for the highest model, what will be the price range. Each and everything is mentioned in the advertisement so that the consumers are attracted and they are going to buy that particular product. Okay, students. So a good market offering is the one which is developed after analyzing the need and preferences of the potential buyer. Because if you have developed the product according to the need, then definitely the customers will be buying that product because the product will be satisfying their needs. Okay. So next is the customer value. So have you, whenever we went to the market, suppose you went to market to buy a dress for you, and a dress is liked by you very much, but when you come to know the price of that dress, then you thought that dress is good but the price is not worthful. So suppose you have liked a dress and whose cost was 5,000. So one thought can come in your mind that dress is good, I liked it, but price is very high. It means 5,000 is not having worth for this dress. So every time whenever we are going to buy a product, then we are comparing its price with the features offered by product. Suppose you want to buy a mobile, so different handset mobile sets are available in the market. Whenever you are going to buy a mobile, then you must be comparing the features of different mobiles in your price range. Suppose your price range is up to 20,000, so many mobiles can be there within this 20,000 limit. So you will be comparing the features and the qualities offered by the different mobile handsets, and definitely you will buying that one which will be giving you the maximum features at this price. So this is the customer value. Customer value means to adding the value to your product in the benefits of cost and the satisfaction derived. So whenever a customer is buying any product, then he will be comparing its cost and the benefits. Comparative analysis, that suppose the cost is 20,000, then you must be comparing its benefits which you will be deriving by spending that 20,000 rupees. So that means the customer value. If you are satisfied to buy that mobile for 20,000 rupees, it means that mobile has a value for you, value for your money. So each and every seller tries to add this value to the product so that the consumers are readily buying their product while comparing with the competitors. Fourth point is exchange mechanism. Fourth, or we can say fifth, because I have told you one more feature, that is the social process. So this is fifth point, exchange mechanism. Marketing always involves exchange of goods and services. Exchange, you all know, it means buying and selling for some value or money. So exchange refers to the process through which two or more parties come together to exchange whatever they both have. For example, a person is selling any mobile and you are having money. So you both meet with each other and you both have make negotiations. Now you both are ready to exchange your products. So you will be giving money to the seller and seller will be giving you mobile set. So that will be exchange. So some requirements are there for exchange mechanism. What are those requirements? Otherwise, exchange will not take place. First, at least two parties must be there. One is the buyer and the other one is the seller. Second requirement, each party should be capable of offering something of value for others. Suppose the mobile seller is having a mobile, but you are not having money. So it means you are not capable of buying that mobile. So there cannot be an exchange. Third, each party should have the ability to communicate. Yes, the language must be understandable by both of the parties which they are going to use. So they must have ability to communicate and deliver the product or the service. No exchange can take place if the buyers and sellers are not able to communicate. Means the language which they both are using not understandable by each other. Next, each party should have freedom to accept or reject of the other party's offer. It means there are no foundations that if you have entered my shop, then you have to buy the product. There cannot be such type of foundations. So each party should be free to accept or reject the offer. Suppose the mobile seller is selling mobile for 20,000 and you are demanding for 15,000. So he is free to reject your offer. He is not bound to sell you mobile. Same way, you are not bound to purchase from him. Third, last point, the parties should be willing to enter into transactions with each other. So the party should be willing, means you cannot do any force. There must be willing from both the parties. Acceptance or rejection of the offer takes place on voluntary basis rather than on the basis of any compulsion. So these are the five things of the exchange mechanism. Which five things? At least two parties then must be capable, then ability to communicate, then freedom to accept or reject the other party's offer, then willing to enter into transactions with each other. Okay, so I'm repeating here again the features which we have done. Five features we have done. Marketing is a social process, need and want. So marketer should always try to identify the need or want, then accordingly he should try to make the products. Then creating a market offering, he should create a market offering with the complete description, size, quality, type, taste, and customer value. The marketer should add some value to the product so that the customer is buying your product. Exchange mechanism, there must be two parties capable of offering something. Ability to communicate, freedom to accept or reject, Then one more thing, there are some misconceptions of marketing are also there. Some people or the laymen say that the shopping is equivalent to marketing, but not, shopping is not equivalent to marketing. Marketing is much more than shopping. Some people are say that the designing of a product is equivalent to marketing. No. And some are saying that selling is equivalent to marketing. No. All these, shopping, merchandising, selling, are only the part of the marketing. Marketing involves all these concepts, because marketing cannot be completed without shopping, without merchandising, without selling. So marketing is the everything. Marketing involves all these. Rather, marketing is much more than all these three concepts: shopping, merchandising, and selling. All these three are just the part of marketing. All these three are just the part of marketing. So now again, 1-2 marker question can come. uh, that is the what can be marketed. Yes, what we can sell, what can be marketed. So anything can be marketed in this world. So here 1 marker question again. So product, all the products, all the services can be marketed. So before going to this topic, you must know the meaning of product. Product means anything which has some utility. Utility you have already studied in 11th class in economics. So product is a bundle of utilities. Bundle of utilities means, utility means need or want satisfying power. So anything can be marketed which has a capability of satisfying your want. So that is a product. Product means goods as well as services. And it may not only includes physical objects such as biscuit, TV, car, bike, mobile, fridge, vegetables, fruits, etc. But it also includes other things of value, which may be different examples of the product other than products. Different things are there. Products definitely can be marketed, but other than products, what else can be marketed? So this can be the 1 marker question. Physical products, all the products which are having tangible form, which can be seen or touched, are known as physical products. So definitely they can be marketed. Then services. Services are intangible products, part of the products like healthcare, business process outsourcing, BPO, computer education, and doctors, chartered accountants, banking, lawyers. All these are the services. They can be also bought or sold. Then ideas, different ideas like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Digital India, no smoking, family planning, polio vaccination, consumer awareness, etc. All these are the ideas. These can be also marketed, or the person who has given the idea, he has taken some money for his idea. All these are the taglines or punchlines, whatever they are giving for different products. So they are getting money for that. So these can be marketed. Persons. At the time of election, persons can also be marketed. Whenever we are uh, there is an election time in our country, then advertisements are done, efforts are done, persuasion is done for the persons. At the time of election, Lok Sabha election, candidates are marketed and voters are convinced to vote for them. They are not buying those candidates, but rather they are selecting them by giving their vote. Then the place, different places are marketed by giving the ideas like tourist places, visit Agra, city of love; Udaipur, the city of lake; Pink City; Mysore, the city of gardens; Singapore, Switzerland; Europe, Paris, Malaysia. All these places are marketed. Events in our school, like different events are there, Diwali, Mela, or any other thing. Cricket World Cup. Many times you have seen that all the mega events are sponsored by. So that sponsorship means that activities are marketed. They have taken money for those activities. Commonwealth Games, music concerts, fashion shows, and all the reality shows on the TVs are also marketed. Okay, so next, information. Information can be also marketed. Stock market information and the other information, all these are marketed. So next is the organizations like Tata, Maruti Udyog. The name of these organizations matters a lot. So these can be also marketed. Then experiences, like sometime you may have seen the advertisements on the television that if you are winning, if you are buying that product, then you may win a lunch experience with any celebrity or dinner experience with any celebrity. Balloon riding, riding in the amusement park. Whenever you are going to amusement park, then you are not buying that amusement park. You are just experiencing the services provided by that amusement park. So that can experience, whenever you are going to watch a movie, then you are not buying the theater, you are just buying the experience of watching the movie. So experience can also be marketed. So what can be marketed? Here we have done ideas, persons, products, place, events, information, organization, experience. All these can be marketed. Okay, students. So now it's time for questions. So today we have done only 2-3 topics. I have just given you introduction. Which topics we have done, I'm just re-explaining, or I'm just telling. We have done some concepts. Which concepts we have done? First of all, I told you the meaning of market. Market we can divide on the basis of the place. And then I told you that market does not mean only the place. It is something more than the place. Then I told you customer, then need, want, demand, then marketing. The definition of marketing, best definition of marketing is a social process by which individual groups obtain what they need and want through creating offerings and freely exchanging products and services of value with others. You can see that all the features of marketing has come in this definition. What are the features? First feature was social process. Second feature, need and want. These two words have come. Third feature, market offering. It has also come. Fourth feature, value, adding customer value. And the fifth feature was the exchange mechanism. So this definition has talked about all these things: need, creating a market offering. So out of all these concepts, market offering is a very important topic, as it can come in exam. Define market offerings. Many times this one marker question has come in exam. Market offering. So market offering is a complete offer of products which contains the quality, size, feature, and the availability of the product, where the product means complete offer which is made by seller to the buyer and telling each and everything about the product. So in mechanism, two parties capable of offering something, ability to communicate, and freedom to accept or reject the other party's offer. And fifth point, Divya was asking about fifth point. Ma'am, what is the meaning of fifth point? Divya put the question. So fifth point means both the parties have freedom. Both the parties have freedom to accept or and willing to enter into transaction with each other. Means one party cannot force other party to accept or reject the orders. Means both must be willing. Means forcefully product cannot be sold or cannot be bought. A seller cannot force the buyer to buy the product, or a buyer cannot force the seller to sell the product. Both are free. The decision will be on voluntary basis rather than on the basis of any compulsion. Okay, students, then next we did that the marketing is much more than the shopping or merchandising or selling. All these are just the part of marketing. Then what can be marketed? Here you one marker question can be there regarding the defined product. Product is a bundle of utilities. So all the tangible products, intangible products means services, ideas, persons, places, events, information, organizations, and experience can be marketed. So this is the first question. Choose the correct option to answer the following question. So I am unmuting. Anushka Bansal, I have unmuted you. So just read the question fast, very less mistake. Others can give
Which
answer.
of the following is not an example of event which can be marketed?
Yes, which of the following is not? Question is in negative sense, not the example.
Digital India?
Yes, it's an idea, not the event. All other are the event. Very good. Cricket, World Cup, music concert, all these are the events. So Digital India is the example of idea. Second point. Second question.
Master Business Limited is offering a travel package for 15 destinations worldwide with a free insurance on bookings for the month of December 2020. Which characteristics of marketing has been described in the above lines?
Yes, 15 destinations, free insurance on the bookings for the month of December 2020. So there is no exchange mechanism because no exchange is there. There is no need and want. There is no customer value. So the answer is, everyone has given me correct answer. Very
A.
students. A. It's creating a market offering because in this offering they have told each and everything about the product. Okay, students. So next, so everyone, I think the topic is very much clear to all of you. Yes, students. Am I audible? Yes,
Yes,
am I?
miss.
So I think the today's topic is clear. So just 2 MCQs we have done because the topic was very small. So we have not done many questions. So be ready for the next class because from there we will be really doing for the project work. Okay. So I think I am clear till here. Am I clear?